I feel like they got the tone just right throughout all of this, Don, yeah?
Absolutely perfection. Well handled from everyone. The start of the game, you could see they were absolutely inspired. They started really well. They put Belgium under massive amounts of pressure. They took the lead, and you felt as though the way they'd started, they were going to carry on and go and win the game.
Yeah, they came flying out the trap. We were wondering, would all the emotion have got to them, but it seemed to inspire them.
No, it did inspire them, and it inspired them to one of the, not result, but one of the best performances for a long time. We saw the graphic, to have 21 efforts in goal against this Belgian side, and score one goal, and probably should have scored at least one more. Came close.
Poulsen, of course, opened the scoring, and Denmark could have had then more opportunities in the first half.
By far, but they dominate the game. They dominate the game in every part of the field, anticipating the rhythm, the number of passes, the choices. And in all 90 minutes, to be honest. Because even the second half, not that much as the first half, but with lucidity, we were taking the right solution in order to score a goal. But then there is the guy that came on.
Yeah, that guy that came on, he wasn't bad, was he?
He's not bad, is he? Kevin De Bruyne just oozes class, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He only needs half an hour on the pitch or whatever he got at half time, but the way he plays, he sees the game different. I thought they struggled, and I think if you're playing against Belgium, you try and isolate Vertonghen, you try and isolate Alderweireld, not the quickest down the sides. And then he tweaked one or two things and spread Lukaku a little bit wider, and at half time he came on, De Bruyne ran the show, and whenever he's in the 18-yard box, anywhere near goal, he finds the right pass, he sees the right pass, and he was then the difference in the end.
Yeah.
The good news is for Belgium, they got. He thought he could still go into the game leaving his big stars on the bench. But he had to go to the bench to get the job done. But we know the type of season Hazard's had at Real Madrid. I mean, I looked the other day, I think he's 14 or 15 games he's played.
Yeah.
He's hardly played anything. De Bruyne got injured at the end of the season, so it's a little bit of match sharpness for him. And Axel Witsel come on, who hasn't played any football at all since he ruptured an Achilles in January. It's incredible, going January with a ruptured Achilles and he's back already. So he got game time. And now obviously they've got, is it Finland they've got in the...
Russia. It'll be Denmark against Russia, and then Belgium against Finland.
Yeah, Finland.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, Belgium. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
So he can do what he wants against Finland now. So he can, because they're through.
Sure.
So he can give them game time for match fitness, or he can bring them on, or he can leave them out. He can do what he wants. So that's good news for them that they're getting game time.
Talk us through the assist from De Bruyne for the opening goal. There aren't many footballers who've ever played, surely, that has that insight to do that.
No, technically, first of all, because it wasn't an easy solution. The vision, and instead of shooting, make that extra touch, and knows already that you have your teammates on the other side, and the moment of the game. Because, when you are 3-0 for you, you are free. You can do anything, even if you miss. That was the first real big opportunity for Belgium to score.
Yeah.
And he take the right path at the end. But as soon as we saw what happened, and say, why didn't he shoot? That's why. Because he saw something that nobody see before. That's the quality of the players. But again, the moment of the game, down 1-0, is another key to add in this journey.
Think about De Bruyne's mental strength as well. Here's a guy who got a big move to Chelsea. Did not look like this kind of player, but didn't get the consistency of game time.
Yes.
I think it might have been Mourinho.
Yes, under Mourinho.
Then gets loaned out to Wolfsburg, Germany. Does well for Wolfsburg, but not the stratospheric performances we're seeing now.
Not the fireworks, is it?
No, not this. I mean, he was like on this sort of trajectory slowly upwards, and then he just took off into, I think many people see him as one of the best talents in Europe.
Yeah.
And, but a few years ago, he was struggling to get a game.
It's incredible his rise, Don, and you take a look at that assist, I imagine the instinct from most footballers is to shoot.
Yeah, Ali's right. It's when you're in that position, you've got your head down, you've got tunnel vision, you'd normally take the shot on, especially when you're trying to get your team back into the game, first goal for Belgium in the game. But to be calm And you see the 2 white shirts to his left-hand side, the peripheral vision that he's seen. That's the key. That's the key when you're trying to teach youngsters, you know, when you're playing the game, what do you see? Because you've got to have the vision to see the pass. And then the execution of the pass, it's not that hard. The weight's the most important thing, which was perfect. But an easy 10-yard pass to his left-hand side was quite simple for a pro. But many pros wouldn't actually see that. Many pros would be selfish. Many pros would take that on thinking, I'm going to score here. I've got myself in a great position. His first touch to his right-hand side, took it away from the defender, take the shot on. But he knew the best thing for his team was just get the assist.
And then a clean finish for the second. But even then, there was a vulnerability about Belgium, wasn't there? There were chances for Denmark. We saw Braithwaite hit the crossbar as well. They didn't blow them away by any means.
No, they didn't. And Torgan Hazard's not a fullback, playing wing-back.
Yep.
Meunier's had a poor season in Germany after he's moved from PSG. And he's only playing because Castagne's not in. And Don mentioned Vertonghen, who's been a really good defender for a long time, but he's not the quickest anymore. So they were able to get balls into the box and get Braithwaite into the box and have some effort. So I thought it was a really good performance from Denmark, just not the result that they wanted. But honestly, bearing in mind everything that's going on,
yes,
I don't think they could have asked for any more. And I think that's why you saw at the end of the game, the Danish fans, everyone on there, you know, applauding the players and the team and the manager, because it was a heck of a performance.
That moment when Schmeichel comes up for the last moment, you thought...
head it in with Allesandro from Liverpool.
I know, it was a little bit like that, considering everything that's been going on. You kind of thought, well, maybe it'll be a fairy tale ending. So Belgium are through then to the knockout stages. For Denmark, of course, with the rules that the best 4th, 3rd place teams will qualify, still a little bit of hope there for them that maybe they can get through. Next up, it's Russia. It's just about gathering yourself and going for it once again, yeah?
Absolutely. I mean, if with this kind of performance, it's rarely that you're going to score only 1 goal. If you shoot 21 times, it's going to happen that you score 2 or 3 goals for sure. And apparently Russia should be less strong than Belgium, but it will be a war. In a sports way, it will be a battle. Yes. Because Russia has the real opportunity to go on with the nice draw. So why not?
We stand on Denmark and their chances, Don. Up against it, obviously.
They're up against it, but if they put in that type of performance, you'd fancy them, because they played with lots of emotion, and technically they were very, very good. They just, I wouldn't say they faded in the game, but they put so much effort into the first 20, 25 minutes of the game. They wanted the 1-0 lead. They got that. They were looking for the second. They were putting Belgium under constant pressure, and they needed that second goal to just try and relax them a little bit. And then, as the boys said, you start bringing the big guns off the bench, the game gets turned around. But I think when the coach is analysing the performance and he looks to the next game, the Russian game, I think he just puts out the tape to the players and said, that first half an hour, we played that up, we win.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.